Samuel Dyer, a true pioneer missionary to China. In the early 1800s, a young man named Samuel Dyer set out on a mission that would change many lives. Born in 1804 in London, Samuel loved learning languages and wanted to share the Christian faith. This passion led him to reject everything, including his highly esteemed education, and work for God in a faraway place, China. He was a man of many interests and became fascinated with mathematics. Though almost assured of a brilliant career in law, he sensed God's leading to become a foreign missionary. Graduation from Cambridge University required agreement to everything contained in the Book of Common Prayer of the Church of England, which Dyer could not do, so he left the university and transferred to a missionary training school. In 1827, Samuel joined the London Missionary Society and traveled to Penang, a busy port city. He wasn't alone. His wife Maria was by his side. Together they had one goal: to bring the message of Christ to the Chinese people. Learning the Chinese language was tough, and understanding the culture was a challenge. But Samuel was determined. By countless hours of studying and with the help of Robert Morrison, the first Protestant missionary to China, he became an expert in speaking and writing that Chinese people considered him a genius. He realized that the way books were printed in China was slow and difficult. Samuel had an idea to make it better. He created a new way to print using metal letters that could be moved around. This made printing faster and easier. With his new printing method, Samuel printed Bibles, tracts, and other books. These were written in simple Chinese so that everyone could read and understand them. In the midst of all these tasks, Dyer did not neglect his family, his fellow missionaries, or his supporters at home, to whom he wrote long letters filled with information and affection. In 1833, their son, also named Samuel, was born. Around this time, the local Chinese community asked Samuel to start a school. They saw how much he cared about teaching and sharing his faith. In 1837, Samuel and Maria had a daughter named Maria Jane. The family moved to Malacca, where Samuel continued working on translating the Bible into Chinese. His hard work was paying off, but there was still much to do. In 1839, the Dyer family went back to England. For the first time, their children saw their parents' homeland. It was a special moment, but not without challenges. Maria was not feeling well, and doctors found that she had a liver problem. After 2 years in England, the Dyers returned to Singapore. They brought along Miss Buckland, who would teach their children. This allowed Maria to focus on educating local girls, which was very important to her. In Singapore, Samuel worked closely with another missionary named John Stronach. Together, they preached, visited homes, and continued revising the Chinese Bible. Samuel also made new tools for printing more books in Chinese. As a result, for overtaxing his health for the mission work, he died due to a fever. Close friends honored him as a man of self-sacrificing love, deep humility, constant war against indwelling sin, and carefulness of speech. He seemed to have his mind set on heaven, even as he kept his feet firmly planted on earth. His work in printing and translating the Bible into Chinese made it easier for many to read and understand the scriptures. He left behind a legacy that continued to support missionaries and believers long after his time. Samuel Dyer is remembered as a true pioneer who brought the Bible to the Chinese people, and his life continues to inspire many today.